Hi students, good morning. My name is Samuel Emeka, as usual. In this video, we shall use the Microsoft Excel Spreadsheet Application to find the transpose of a matrix, the determinant of a matrix, and the inverse of a matrix. The matrices we shall use in this video are the matrices we used in the videos on the transpose, the videos on the determinants, and the videos on the inverse of matrix that we did before now. I would recommend that before you view this video, it is recommended that you view the previous video on Excel, using Excel to add, subtract, and multiply matrices. So we have our Excel open here. Let's start with transpose. So let's have our matrix here. Then let's have our transpose here, transpose of the matrix. Transpose of a matrix. Let's have it here. Okay, let's start with the 2 by 2 matrices. If we have a 1, -2, and this was from the example we did in that video, 3, -1. Please, another important thing that is recommended is that you view the videos on the transpose, the videos on the determinants, and the videos on the inverse. It is important that you know how to do this first, then you can now check your work using Excel. So if you want to find the transpose of this matrix right here, this is a 2 by 2 matrix, so the transpose will also be a 2 by 2 matrix. 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, this is a 2 by 2 matrix. So the transpose will still be 2 by 2 matrix. Remember, the transpose, the matrix is row by column, and the transpose will be column by the row. So what you want to do here is this. You want to highlight a 2 by 2 matrix right here, like I did. And once you do that, you go to this insert function, you click on it. And once you click on it, it says type a brief description of what you want to do, and then click go. Just write transpose, or you can write transpose of a matrix, and you click go. And here you see it here, transpose converts a vertical range of cells to a horizontal range, or vice versa. So once you do that, you click OK, and then it asks you for the array. This is the array here. You go and highlight the array. Now it already gives it to you here, but you don't just click OK. No, you don't click OK. If you click OK, you will only get this cell. If you want to get the entire thing here, the 2 by 2 matrix, you have to press this Control Shift and Enter. So that gives you the transpose of the matrix. Now, one nice thing about Excel is this. If you want to find the transpose of other 2 by 2 matrices, you don't need to be doing it again. You know, reusability is the nice thing with Excel. These formulas have been the cells have been now programmed to give you the transpose of the matrix. So that's nice. That's a nice thing about spreadsheet applications. So what you might want to do is this. You might want to color code this. You can color code this to be light green, and you can color code the question to be to be yellow. So if I want to get the transpose of another matrix, all I need to do is I just change the elements of this matrix. 3, -4, 2, -2. The next thing we want to do is that of a 2 by 3 matrix. Let's find the transpose of a 2 by 2 matrix. And the example we used then was 2, 7, -1, 2, 5, 4. So this is a 2 by 3 matrix. Now the transpose of the matrix now, what do you think it will be? It's gonna be a 3 by 2. The transpose will be a 3 by 2. So you have to highlight a 3 by 2. Because if you don't highlight a 3 by 2, then you will get a wrong answer. Since you know that the transpose will be a 3 by 2, you have to highlight a 3 by 2 cell. So when you do that, once you highlight it, press the insert function key. It is highlighted on transpose, click OK, and you just select the array. And once you select the array, you press Control Shift Enter. So that gives you the 3 by 2. 3 by 2 as the transpose. Okay, this is a 2 by 2. And you can, if you want to always reuse it, you can go ahead and color code it. If you have if you're doing series of questions that will require that, then it is good to just color code it and save it, so you can always reuse it. Reusability. Let's do the transpose of a 3 by 3 matrix. So if we have 1, 5, -3, 5, 2, -4, and -3, -4, 6. So this is a 3 by 3 matrix. So the transpose will also be a 3 by 3 matrix. You come here and you select 3 by 3 matrix. Then you click the FX. It's on transpose. Click OK. You go and select this, and you press Control Shift Enter at the same time. Oops. Let's do that again. Once you have this, you can just delete it. Select a 3 by 3 matrix again. FX, transpose, OK. Highlight this. Once you highlight it, Control Shift Enter at the same time. Now, what do you notice with this? What do you notice? What do you notice about the transpose of this? You will notice that it is still the same thing as the matrix. What did we call it? You will notice that the transpose is the same as the matrix. What did we call this in the video? We called it something. When a matrix is equal to its transpose, it is called a symmetric matrix. Okay? Now, let's go to finding the determinant of a matrix. Let's start with 2 by 2. So let's have determinant here. Determinant. the example we did on the video, we started with a 5, 2, 3, 1. Okay, and we want the determinant to be here. So you go ahead and you want it to be here, so you just leave it here. Of course, the determinant will just be a single value. Determinant will be just a single value. So you just, wherever you want it to be is where you click it. Then you press FX. When you press FX, the equal sign comes up. And you go ahead and you can type determinant. Determinant, click go. And you have mDeterm returns the matrix determinant of an array. Okay, you click OK. And you go ahead and you select it. You select the matrix, and of course the determinant is -1 right away. So in this case, if you want to press Ctrl Shift Enter, that's fine. Otherwise, you just press OK, because this is just one cell. Now you press the Ctrl Shift Enter key if you have the result to be in more than one cell. Yeah, but if you just have one cell, you can just press it. So let's go ahead and color code this, and color code this as well. Okay, so we found other problems, and instead of coming to start doing it again, no, that will be wasting time. We will just reuse this. We will just go ahead and reuse this. The next question we did 7, -2, 12, and 5. So you see 7, -2, 12, 5. Okay, now this is showing 31. Don't be scared. Just you have to click outside the box for you to see it. Okay, the determinant is 59. Next one we had was I'm just entering this by column next one we had was 1/4. Now you see what happens. I've entered 1/4 and it put 4 January, right? I'm gonna show you something. Then the next one was 2/5 and 20. Okay, you will say, why this, right? So this is one thing with Excel. By default, if you enter 1/4, it gives it as the date, 4th January, and then 2/5, it gave it as the date. So what you need to do is you come here, you right click, you click on that cell, you right click, and you go to Format Cells. Once you click on Format Cells, you see this is the custom day and month. So you want to go to a fraction, and because it's 1/4, we just do up to 1 digit. Click OK. So it gives you that. Just don't worry, just type in 1/4. Just type in 1. Click on that and type 1/4. So it now gives you the 1/4. Here you do the same thing, Format Cells, go to fraction, and if you up to 1/4, this will give you that. Just click there and type 2/5, and then that gives you the determinant to be 1. If you want, you can be formatting the cell. Like if you want, you can format cell before. If you want to avoid that, all you need to do is just go ahead, click on the entire cell, right click, and format cell in fraction on time. Click OK. So it will just be there. Okay, so I mean, if we delete all this and then we start all over again, 1/4, 10, 2/5, and then 20. So it saves you that time. I mean, if you want, you can just format the cells beforehand if you want to. If you're gonna work with a lot of fractions, then you might as well format the cells beforehand. All right. The next one we did was negative 5, 5, 0, 0. Okay, that gives us a 0. What did we call this type of a matrix? The matrix in which the determinant is 0. What did we call that matrix? A matrix whose determinant is 0 is called a singular matrix. We called it singular matrix. All right, let's do that of a 3 by 3 matrix. So by column we have 2, 0, 1, negative 3, 0, negative 2, negative 4, negative 1, 1. That was what we had in the video, 3 by 3. So, and the determinant, of course, will be a single number. The determinant will be a single number. Let's leave the determinant here. So we press FX as well. And one nice thing also about Excel is, you know, it stops at the function you used last. So it's nice. You still the term, click OK, and highlight this cell. And once you highlight it, you can see that the determinant already is -1 already. Tells you that. And because this is a single cell, just click OK. And I would like to just color code it to reuse it. The next determinant we did, I'm gonna put the data entries by column, was 1, 2, -1, 4, 3, 2, -1, -2, 3. And in that video we found that our determinant was what, -10, but it's not showing -10 yet because you have not clicked outside this. So this is -10. And then the next one we did was 1, 1, 2, -3, -1, -5, 17, 7, 29. And we found that the determinant of this was 0. This is a singular matrix. The determinant was 0. Then you see, that's the nice thing about this. You can always reuse it. Reusability. That's a very good thing about this spreadsheet, the Excel spreadsheet. All right, the next determinant we did was a 4 by 4 determinant. We did a 4 by 4 determinant. So let's put it in. By column it will be 8, 0, 2, -1, 0, 3, 6, 0, 5, 4, 3, 0, 1, -2, 0, 0. That's the 4 by 4 determinant. And let's put our answers. Let's put our answer here. Let's put our answer here. So we click the insert function. It is on the term. We press OK. The array, we just select this array, 4 by 4. And the determinant is -75. Just press -75. and just go ahead and since you're gonna reuse it, color code it. Since you will reuse it, you color code it. Highlight this, color code. Okay. Now, the next thing we will do is to find the inverse, and you can either, that's the thing about it. This is sheet 1. You could go to sheet 2, or if you want, we could have used sheet 1 for transpose, we use sheet 2 for determinant, and we use sheet 3 for inverse. It does not matter. Whatever you want to do with the Excel, whatever you want to do with Excel. And if you want, you can kind of, beautify this more. If you want to, you can beautify it more. So you can do everything on the same sheet, or you can just, like, sheet 1 will be just for your transpose, sheet 2 will be determinant, sheet 3 will be Excel. Whatever you want, in short. Now, we can go ahead and do this here. The next thing we want to do is the inverse. We'll do the inverse of a 2x2 matrix and the inverse of a 3x3 matrix. Then we can also do this inverse, the inverse of a 4x4. All right, so we come over here. We want to find the inverse, and we use the same. Matrices. We use the same matrices to find the inverse. So let's do that. The first one, 5, 2, 3, 1. Right? 5, 2, 3, 1. So let me put the inverse here. The inverse will be, this is a 2x2 matrix. This is a 2x2 matrix. So the inverse is gonna be, let's write inverse here. Inverse. Now, the inverse is gonna be a 2x2 matrix as well. The inverse will be a 2x2 matrix as well. You can write it here. Okay. So we just go ahead, we highlight a 2x2 cell, okay, and we just click FX, and this is mdeterm. Just go ahead and type inverse of a matrix. Now let's type inverse and see. It goes to M inverse. Yeah, you can also type inverse of a matrix. M inverse returns the inverse matrix for the matrix stored in an array, and you click OK. So find the array. You just select this array, okay, and it gives you this whole thing, right? You see this? It gives you this already as the inverse. But if you click OK now, it will just, assuming you click OK, you see, it just puts it on this cell. So that's the problem. So you don't click OK. You don't do that. You have to highlight the 2x2. Let's do this again, and you have to select Ctrl-Shift-Enter. Okay, because it is more than one cell. So you press Ctrl-Shift-Enter. Oops, does it again. So let's do that again. You highlight this M inverse. You press now Ctrl-Shift-Enter at the same time. Okay, we do that again. FX, M inverse, okay. So don't be annoyed, okay? One thing with there's something with mathematics and technology that connects both of them. Patience. Patience, patience, patience. Okay, right here we press Ctrl-Shift-Enter. Ooh, you see? Patience, mathematics and technology. One of the things that connects both of them. One of the properties of both of them is patience. You see how many times I did it? Okay, you see, and this is now your inverse. And just we can go ahead now, and because we will reuse it, let's color code it. All right. So the next one was the fraction. The next one was the fraction. So why don't we format this entire stuff as fraction up to this? Okay. All right. So let's put in our stuff. 1 over this. What this is a 1 over 4. 10. 2 over 5. Okay, we skipped one. We skipped one. So the next one was 7, -2, 12, 5. Okay. So now you have a lot of this. Are you with me? You have a lot of this. And let's say the answer, maybe you're doing this online with a CMS, cost management system. And the answer you got was a fraction. When you get your answer as a fraction, most professors will like you to leave your answer as a fraction. So what you need to do is this, okay? Highlight all this, highlight all this. And we knew that our determinant here was 59, so it was like over 59. So right click, go to format cells, go to fraction, and have it up to 2 digits. Okay, have it up to 2 digits and click OK. There you go. You now have this. That is the inverse. Okay, that's the nice thing also. You can convert, if it's decimal, you can just convert it to fraction. Excel will do that for you. Now the next one we had was a fraction, 1 over 4, 10, 2 over 5, 20. So this is what it gave us. This is the inverse of that. And then the next one was a singular matrix, -5, 5, 0, 0. Okay, you see that? When we did this video, we saw that we call, this is a singular matrix, the matrix whose determinant is 0, or you can say it is a non-invertible matrix, a matrix that does not have an inverse. So that is that. Then let's do that of 3 by 3. Let's go ahead and do that of 3 by 3. You might wish to leave this, as one that has inverse, so that you don't get scared when you log in again on this. Okay. Now let's do that of a 3 by 3 matrix. We have 2, 0, 1, -3, 0, -2, -4, -1, 1. Right? This is a 3 by 3 matrix. So the determinant will also be a 3 by 3 matrix. So you highlight a 3 by 3 matrix. I want to make sure that they are on the same. Let me highlight it from here. I want to make sure that they are on the same line. So 3 by 3 matrix. Then fx, it is in M inverse, so click OK. And then you highlight this and you press Ctrl Shift Enter. There you go. I got it the first time now. So you color code it. You can always reuse it. All right. So the next one we did was 1, 2, -1, 4, 3, 2, -1, -2, 3. Okay, see that? Now if we want this, we want to convert this to decimal, just format the cells, format cells. And some people will ask me, maybe, why did you format this? Why do you format it to be 2 digits, up to 2 digits, up to 3 digits? I show you something now. If you format it to be up to 3 digits, okay, you see what you have now, mixed number. You see, like this is a mixed number, -1, 3 over 10, 1, 2 over 5. You don't want that in matrices. Just format cells and format it up to a digit here. Okay, so you now have this. Okay. Now the next one was a 1, 1, 2, -3, -1, -5, 17, 7, 29. Yeah, this one was the one that whose determinant was 0. So it's a singular matrix because the determinant is 0, or it is also called a non-invertible matrix because it does not have an inverse. We can kind of leave it in the previous one. So instead of typing it again, I just click the back button so we can leave it like this. All right. The next one, we can keep it as it is. So I just click the back button to make sure it's where I had it. Okay, have this here. Okay, there you go. This was where we had it. All right. The next one, the last one, last but not the least, 4 by 4 matrix. So guess what? Why don't I just copy this? Copy. And I just come here. And I just come here. Okay. I can paste it here. Paste it right here. Okay. So instead of me to type it again, since I want to use that. So 4 by 4. All right. And the inverse, we select a 4 by 4. Select a 4 by 4, right? Fx, M inverse, okay. Then highlight this. And it gives you this. This is a big number. Control Shift Enter. Okay. And you can, you might want to format this too. This is like too long. So let's see the options they have here. Fraction, yeah, kind of do up to 3 digits. See, there you go, up to 3 digits. Yeah, but we didn't do this. We didn't. We didn't do this particular one. We didn't solve it. Yeah, we didn't solve this particular one. But this is what you have as the inverse, though. This is what you have as the inverse. If you're gonna do a 4 by 4. If you will have to do a 4 by 4 matrix, then you have that. Okay, you have that. And do you have any question? We can write this as 2 by 2 to show that that is what it will be. We can write this as 3 by 3, and we can write this as 4 by 4. 4 by 4. Okay, and then you can save your spreadsheet to reuse it again. All right, thank you so much for listening, students, and you have a good day.